Boys Garage race car build-off. I'm getting to grips with an engine for my build. I just shit myself. In this episode, I'm not in my workshop, but I'm here with my good friend Paul, and this, a Kawasaki ZZR 1400. And as of 2007, the year that this bike was built, it was Kawasaki's most powerful sports bike, with a mind-boggling 190 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of 2.5 seconds. And Paul actually took it out for a little test drive yesterday. What did you think?
It's awesome. 8,000 revs, it kind of comes alive. Second gear, I was wheeling.
Wheeling at 8,000 revs at 80 miles an hour, this thing is absolutely nuts. And the reason that I'm going to be using it for my dome vehicle, the engine for my build. Now, before you get your knickers in a twist, this bike is sadly an insurance write-off. And yes, I could put it back to its former glory, but that's not what I do. We're all about building extreme machines. So, in this episode, you're going to see us strip the engine out of this and the wiring loom, and if we're lucky, give that engine a little bit of a health check. It's time for me, him, and this bike to get busy. Okay, so that is the bike completely stripped down. The wiring loom is all disconnected. All we've got to do next is drop the engine out. You said you were going to say something.
Well, let's do it then. Stop talking about it.
All right, let's do it. Stop talking about it. Next job, engine's coming out.
Early in the morning.
Right, so that's the engine and the wiring loom completely separated from the motorbike, and the wiring loom is now separated from the engine, and the wiring loom is going to go off to a wiring loom specialist who's going to build a bespoke wiring loom for the vehicle. Now the engine needs a few modifications, but before we do that we want to make sure it's in good health. So we're going to give it a compression check. Paul, what is a compression check and why do we do one?
A compression check is a really good way of seeing the internal condition of the engine without actually taking it apart.
Yeah.
So what we do, we put this down each spark plug hole in turn, then we turn the engine over on the starter, and each cylinder will achieve the pressure. What we want to see is each cylinder exactly the same pressure. In practice, we don't often get that, but anything within 5 psi.
So what does it mean? What does it mean if one of the cylinders has a lower pressure?
That means there's a problem with either the valve sealing or the piston ring sealing on that cylinder.
So we can find out essentially if we've got an issue in one of the cylinders from outside the engine without ripping this thing apart. Right, we're going to do a compression check on this engine to check its health. You get to watch. Okay, that's it. We've finished the compression test and the results were great. 2 of the cylinders had exactly the same compression and the other 2 were only 1 or 2 psi out. So Paul, what does that mean?
What it means is, without actually taking the engine apart, as far as we can tell, it's in mechanically sound condition.
There you go then, this engine is hopefully mechanically sound.
So all this testing has been a bit of a waste of time, because I can tell you, after riding that thing yesterday with that engine in it, it is like being strapped to a missile.
And there is no finer test than taking something for a spin. Also, you could just hear that this engine sounded really happy.
It had a lovely smooth idle, it starts on the button, there's nothing to indicate that there's anything wrong with it at all.
So fingers crossed, everything is great with this engine. And in the next engine episode, we'll be doing some modification to this engine and hopefully giving it a bit of a clean. Until then, that's it from me and him. If you like what you've seen, hit subscribe and go and have a good one in your garages.
Jimmy's in the back with a pocket of heart. If you listen close, you can hear him cry. Oh Lord, heaven knows we belong way down below. Sing it. Oh Lord, heaven knows.